Last time on Total Drama Luxury Tour, we returned to Rapa Nui. Our team searched for eggs and reunited with a certain pair of condors. Cody got his son back. Justin learned that he still had his charm within the animal kingdom. And Trent got closer to Sadie's other half. But ultimately, it was Owen who took the first walk down the plank for apparently decking the baby condor with an egg. I could have sworn Alejandro had the egg at the time. Who will go next at our newest destination? Find out here on Total Drama Luxury Tour. Cut to the killer captains. During these long periods of downtime, the contestants do what they can to pass the time. Got any sevens? Cody asked. Go fish, Bridget responded. Got any kings? Ezekiel asked Sierra. I got one, Sierra responded, handing homeschool her card. Why does this card have Cody on it as the king? I printed these playing cards myself, Sierra proudly announced. Hey Courtney, want to join us? The more the merrier, especially since Heather has been in her room all day, and Trent and Katie have been steering for us. Bridget friendly invited. No way, I don't need those losers' company. Courtney gave her snotty remark to Ezekiel, Sierra, and Cody's dismay. She then walked into her cabin and shut the door. She is so mean, I can't stand her, Sierra stated out loud. Go easy on her. She had it hard last time. She may have not been the nicest girl around, but no one deserved what happened to her last season. Bridget protested. Heather then came out of her room and walked to the supply crate, ignoring the others. She took some meat and used a blender to turn it to soft mush. Wow, Heather, you're taking your condor care really seriously, Cody complimented. Shut it, geek face, this is your fault anyhow, she stubbornly said while stomping back into her cabin with Cody Jr.'s meal. Up on the deck, Trent plays music while Katie happily enjoys it. Cut to the screaming admirals. Duncan relaxes next to Gwen. I can't stand this junk pile, Gwen complained. Relax babe, I promise you, this next one will be ours, Duncan assured. Good, I would kill for less of an eyesore of a ship. Believe me, when this contest is over, we're gonna have this thing decked out with skulls, bat wings and gargoyles. It will be the most metal boat ever. That would rule. Cut to the rabid skippers. Is Alejandro still on the deck steering? Noah asks Izzy privately, wary of any possible eavesdropping. Yep, Cadet Izzy saw Sadie with him up there, Izzy responded. Good, I need to tell you something. I think Al framed Owen. What, Big O? Yeah, I think he told everyone Owen threw the egg at that bird. Oh, that dirty rotten egg, Izzy shouted just before Noah covered her mouth. Sure, we can't confront him at this time. We have no idea how much influence he has over the other skippers, Noah instructed. We have to act naive and seemingly buy into that ill's lies, at least for now. Cut to the killer captains. Land ho, Trent yelled to his team. Heather heard him from her cabin and ordered Cody Jr. to stay in her room as she left the ship with her team. Everyone meets up with Chris at shore, alongside the interns who will be working on the captain's ship once more. Where are we now? Tyler asked the host. We are in Mexico, I know that, Alejandro answered. Well, we aren't at our next destination yet. We are gonna be going a few hours on land, Chris informs as everyone else groans, but since time is a factor we'll be going by bus there. A beat-up old school bus driven by Chef pulls next to them as the contestants hop aboard. After a long heated bus ride they finally get to their destination, to a large cavern that appeared before everyone as they stepped out. Welcome swabs, to the Nika mine, their host announced. This Mexican mine has the richest and largest amount of selenite crystals. For this challenge, you will have to retrieve the biggest crystals the mine has to offer. Deep inside the mine there is a chamber called the Cave of Crystals. It is there where you will have to mine up the enormous selenite samples and bring them back up here to me. I should warn you, it gets really hot when you get down there. Without protective gear, you guys would hardly last 10 minutes, so I suggest you use your time wisely when you're down there, Chris said with a smile. So we're supposed to walk down into the dark scorching abyss to our deaths? Heather angrily asked. No, you're supposed to ride down there, Chris proudly corrected her. Each team gets a minecart to ride down Nika Mine and into the Cave of Crystals, and then use them to carry the crystals back up. Whichever team gets to the Cave of Crystals first also gets first dibs on mining equipment left down there by the interns I sent last night. No word from them since, Well anyhow, good luck to all of you. Noah gulped. I kinda wished Alejandro framed me back at Rapa Nui all of a sudden. Courtney looked shocked. He can't legally force us down there, can he? I dunked in lava. I can handle this, Alejandro shrugged. All the contestants load up onto their team's carts. They all clustered due to the lack of space due to the minecarts barely being able to hold 8 people at once. Cut to the rabid skippers. Glad Owen isn't with us anymore. Our cart would break, Alejandro said. Cadet Izzy still thinks he should have stayed, Izzy mentioned with disdain. Yes, it was with great reluctance to vote him off, but competition brought out the worst out of him. But let us win this for his sake. In the meantime, I will become the new captain in his honor, Alejandro said with his facade in place. Cut to the killer captains. Move it, Heather, Courtney yelled, trying to kick some breathing space in. Oh, Cody cried as he got hit in the face by Courtney's shoe. Watch it, Courtney, Heather yelled as the other shoe hit her. You don't get half the cart space to yourself. Just move out of the way and let me lead then. The CIT barked. Inim, I am captain of this team, Heather reminded. You'll be voted out in no time, just like Owen. Courtney threatened back. Okay, how about this then? Heather offered. You can lead the team today, and if we lose, you'll be the one who we vote out. You're on, but if we win, I am the team leader. Fine. Heather looked off to the side, uncharacteristically worried. Okay, gambling our chances of victory may not have been my best decision. And once I am leader, you are going first, Heather, Courtney declared. Cut to the screaming admirals. Wow, Doris, this is rather impressive actually. Duncan complimented to the best of his ability. The admirals are in awkward positions but are offered plenty of breathing space thanks to it. This also allowed Duncan to lead their minecart much more easily. Thanks to my mad skills at Tetris, I know how to organize my blocks, Harold gloated. That's my ginger biscuit, Lashuna added. Okay, on your mark, get set, go. The host sent them rolling as he and Chef pushed the carts down into the mine. Man, I wish we had a song for this part, Chris said disappointedly. I have the strange urge to play Donkey Kong, Chef added. As the teams rode down the abyss, they were soon unable to see anything. Where are we supposed to go if we can't even see where we are going? Bridget asked as the vehicle took them to parts unknown. What do you say, team captain? Heather mockingly asked. I don't know, Courtney hesitantly responded. Cut to the screaming admirals. See anything, Duncan? Gwen asked nervously, as the minecart took speed in the darkness. Hold on 1 second, Duncan says as he pulls out his lighter. As soon as he ignited the flame, the reflection of light lit up all the crystals the cave held inside it, revealing vast, beautiful mounds of selenite. Wow, DJ said amazed. They're so big, Beth added, but the ones we need are at the bottom, Jeff reminded. Cut to the rabid skippers. Beautiful, Lindsay also said on her team's cart as they rode past the lit crystals. Focus, Lindsay, Alejandro yelled as their minecart hit one of the large selenite mounds, spinning it out of control. The skipper cart fell behind as the admiral and captain minecarts were neck and neck. You're going down, princess, Duncan taunted. Bite me, Courtney shot back. As the two carts raced, the interim captain leader noticed a tunnel. A shortcut, let's take it, Courtney told her team. But what if it's a dead end, Cody questioned. Shut it, Terp, I'm team captain, the Sit yelled back at the geek. The captain's minecart rolled down the unknown tunnel, and as soon as they did, everything went dark. You idiot, Duncan's team had the light source, Heather reminded angrily. Oops, Courtney nervously said as the cart rides into the darkness. What are we gonna do? Katie panicked. Use my guitar, Trent reluctantly says. You sure, Trent? Cody asked. Just hurry up and break it in two, then start a fire with the 2 pieces. Heather yelled. Just as the team got the fire going, they find themselves rolling down to a sharp corner on a ledge. As they all scream, Cody turns the cart as sharply as he could. Unfortunately, the turn ended up throwing him and Courtney off the ledge and into the abyss. Cody, Sierra screamed. Cody, are you all right? Trent yelled, hoping his scrawny friend was okay. I don't hear them, Bridget worried. Unfortunately, the cart was still rolling at incredible speed as they continued down the mine. Cut to the rabid skippers. Where did the captains go? Noah asked the admirals after his team caught up with them. I don't know, they took a turn, and we haven't seen them since. Gwen answered, they'll be fine. Let's just keep going. Duncan cut in. Cut to the killer captains. Cody and Courtney found themselves in pure darkness. Ugh, my head hurts. Well, good going, Terp. Now we're gonna die because of you. Courtney barked at his direction of sound since she could not see him. It was either us or all of us, Cody defended. If only it was just you. Cody, clearly not wanting to continue with this, felt around for some flint. Suddenly he sees a flicker of light in the distance. Could it be? Cody runs to it and finds one half of Trent's fiery guitar and thanks his guitarist friend silently. "Give me that," Courtney yells as she snatches it from the geek's hands. With the torch guitar half, she proceeds to find a path to the cave of crystals. Cody, not knowing where else to go, follows her. Meanwhile, their team continues to roll down to places unknown. "He's gotta be okay. He just got it." Sierra panicked. "I threw one of my torches down to them. That should help for now," Trent tried to assure her. "But what if the fall killed him?" "Don't think like that," Heather yelled louder than she wanted to. "I mean, if he can survive a bear and shock attack, he wouldn't let this be the end of him, right?" "Hey, look, I see the finish line," Ezekiel pointed out. "We made it," Katie announced. In third, Duncan finished Katie's sentence as the minecart reached the other two. As the teams enter the crystal-rich chamber, they immediately notice how incredibly hot it was. "Someone turn the thermostat down," Lindsay complained. "Where are we?" "In the planet's core," Beth added. Now that all teams made it to the crystal cave, part 2 will begin. "As you can see, the selenite deposits down here put others to shame," Chris spoken through a walkie-talkie left for them by the missing interns. "Since the admirals got here first, their advantage for the crystal harvest is the box of TT dynamite." "Sweet," Duncan stated, eager to test their reward out despite the intense heat that filled the area. "The skippers will get mining picks as part of their secondary advantage, and the captains will have to settle for heavy stones. Would love to keep some of our reward as a souvenir when we finish." "Hee hee," Duncan jokes. Noah scoffed. "Yeah, give a sociopath some explosives. No harm can come from that." Cut to the killer captains. "Stop following me, Terp," Courtney snapped at the geek. "I don't have another option since you took our fire," Cody reminded. "Then just stay out of my way and keep your trap shut." "Hey, we should go that way," Cody eagerly pointed out. "Where it's hotter. If you want to die, that's fine. But I'm not gonna let Duncan and Gwen beat me. If it gets hotter, it's more likely to be the Cave of Crystals. Oh please, why should I listen to the group leech?" "What's that supposed to mean?" Cody said, now getting a little aggravated. "The only way you ever made it far was from someone else's help." "What? Like last season, the only reason you made it to third place was from clinging to the skirts of Team Amazon, and even those minuscule moments of somehow being able to stand on your own 2 feet only existed by mere flukes," she harshly stated as it sunk deep into Cody's skin. "And even thereafter, it was Sierra who did all your work for you, and why, it's because you are nothing but a pathetic little wuss." Cody just turns and walks away after hearing that, not wanting to trade light for any more abuse. After escaping her sight, he silently whimpers to himself. She's right. The geek could only rely on his feeling of heat, now that the light source was gone, to try and find the Cave of Crystals in his newly depressed state. Will our miners make it through the heat, in more ways than one, or will their hopes cave in on them? Find out when we return to Total Drama Luxury Tour. And we're back. We join our sea monkeys after they rode down the Naka mine. The teams raced down it on their minecarts, and Courtney, being the interim team leader, decided to take a shortcut. Ironically, it only cut their team short as the Codemeister and her get knocked off into parts unknown. Ultimately, the admirals got down there first, and skippers made it second. Will the captains finally lose their winning streak? Find out here on Total Drama Luxury Tour. The teams begin to mine the selenite crystals that the Cave of Crystals held, while at the same time fighting the intense heat the cavern stored. Cut to the screaming admirals. "Fire in the hole," Duncan yelled as the explosion of a dynamite stick blew off a chunk of crystal. "Hee hee, awesome, Duncan," Gwen approvingly said. "Ugh, it's so hot," Beth complained. "Yeah, this must be close to the planet's core." "Gosh," Harold said, almost too exhausted to express his mannerism. "Quit bellyaching and toughen up, ladies," Duncan ordered. Cut to the rabid skippers. Alejandro took off his shirt, and Sadie and Lindsay flaunted over his bare chest. Alejandro then gave a smile to them as he uses his mine pick to knock out some crystal. Justin, not amused by his luster, also removes his shirt before the girls. Unfortunately, he only got the cold shoulder from them. He then begrudgingly mines on the opposing side of his Latin rival. Noah takes notice of this, and with Izzy, he walks up to the Hawaiian model. "So, not fond of Al?" Noah asked politely. "Oh, I can't stand how he took the spotlight from me," Justin whined. "I'm more beautiful than he is, aren't I?" "Meh," Izzy said, clearly unimpressed. Meh, I have never gotten a meh in my entire life," Justin sobs. "Anyways," Noah said, wanting to move on, I know you and Izzy didn't always see eye to eye, but what we all have in common is our friendship with Owen. Well, that is true, Justin said, reminding of his time with the big guy, and I think Alejandra framed Owen at Rapa Nui, and he was the one who threw that egg, Noah explained. That heartless, Justin was about to say angrily until Noah covered his mouth. I was thinking us three should form an alliance to take him down. Noah persuades. Okay, I am in. The model announced without hesitation. This has to be secret. I don't know who else we can trust. All right, Izzy cuts in. Us three form the Izzy Brigade. Noah, Izzy and Justin all put their hands together with their mutual dislike towards Alejandro. Cut to the killer captains. Come on, you stupid. Trent angrily says as he tries to break off the selenite crystals using only a heavy rock. Sierra, you have to focus, Bridget told a worried Fangirl. How can I? For all I know, my Cody could be dead by now. He'll be fine, I promise. We are the ones in danger of being cooked alive down here. Let's mine our crystals and find him on our way back up, Bridget assured. I think I see him, Ezekiel hollered as he sees the Gap-toothed Geek slowly walking towards them from another cavern. Cody, Sierra screamed as she tackled her Stalkley, followed by almost squeezing the life out of him. Cody, you're okay, Heather said before thinking about how that came out. Oh, you're okay. Whatever. After releasing him from her tightened grip, Sierra noticed how down he looked. Cody, what's wrong? Cody sadly looked up to his stalker. Courtney, she reminded me of how useless I am. What? Don't listen to that meanie, Sierra responded. But what she said was true. If you weren't with me, I would never have made it as far as I did last season. Cody then dropped to the ground on his back, similar to back at the fireworks stand last time he felt this helpless. It was pointless to try this stupid game again. I am as weak and useless as ever. Gwen is dating a total jerk. There's nothing I can do to change anything. And I am gonna just lie down here and fry. After hearing this, Heather walks up to him, kneels down to his level, and after looking deep into his watery eyes, she smacks him hard across the face. Quit being a crybaby and prove that mean-spirited bitch wrong. Cody sat back up and rubbed his struck cheek. I don't know. The only way to prove you can stand on your own 2 feet is by actually doing it. Besides, you were the only contestant with any integrity at all. You didn't rely on betraying friends, manipulating feelings, seeing women as medals, or forming illegal alliances with Chef to make it as far as you did, Heather reminded angrily. Also, you only lost because I distracted you. Anything could have happened otherwise. Now stop moping and get over it. Cody took a moment to take that all in but finally got up and smiled. Thanks, Heather. Shut it, Heather responded, not enjoying the mushy moment. The conversation is then cut short when the captains turn to see the CIT finally finding where everyone was after hearing the sound of the dynamite. Everyone on the team just glared at her as she walks to them. What? Courtney asked, unaware of what transpired. She is so getting voted off next, Sierra vowed. Trent frowned. I knew she was mean, but taking it out on Cody like that. She had no right to be that cruel to him, Bridget complained. Heather scoffed, alienating herself before her entire team. What a leader. Cut to the screaming admirals. Kaboom! Duncan yells just before the next explosion occurred. As soon as it did, the crystals broke off and DJ and Eva loaded them onto the minecart. The heat continues to intensify the teams. I'm sorry, everyone. The admirals all turn to Beth. This heat is too much for me. I have to get out of here. Oh, come on, Beth. It's not that bad. Gwen said, being annoyed. I'm so sorry. Beth apologized as she ran out of the cave of crystals. See, I feel for the girl. This heat is way too hot, Lashana sympathized. Cut to the rabid skippers. Almost. Alejandro says, as with one more swing, he breaks off the massive chunk of crystal selenite. You're so strong, Sadie screams. Isn't he? Lindsay added. Tyler groaned. I hate it when Lindsay gets distracted with Alejandro's charm. I know I sometimes do too. Well, I just gotta stand out myself. Extreme, Tyler yells as he rams his entire body against the crystal. It managed to crack, but so did Tyler's back. Oh, you alright, Tyler? Lindsay asked, concerned. It's Taylor. Yeah, it's Ty. Tyler once again loses consciousness. Cut to the killer captains. Tyler has the right idea, Heather said after getting a good idea. What are you talking about, Ezekiel asks as the queen bee gives him the evil eye. Cut to the screaming admirals. Take cover, Duncan says as the homeschool was hurled past him and into a crystal mound. Oh, I was talking about this. His words were cut short after the next dynamite exploded. Woohoo, that is awesome, Duncan. Jeff cheered, enjoying the fireworks. That should be enough, Eva said as she and DJ lifted the last piece needed to fill the minecart. Okay, let's roll out then, Gwen ordered as her team pushes the minecart out of the heated cavern. Cut to the rabid skippers. Come on, team, Alejandro rooted. Let's do this for Owen. Justin knocked another crystal off the wall and threw it on the skipper minecart. All right, that should do it, Noah announced. Let's catch up to the admirals. The second team rolls out after throwing aboard an unconscious Tyler. Cut to the killer captains. Hurry up, the other teams are creaming us. Courtney barked. Oh, great leadership, Courtney, Heather remarked sarcastically. Trent knocked off the last crystal the captains needed to fill their cart. Let's go, shoot. Duncan and his lighter are too far ahead. We got no way of finding our way out, Bridget exclaimed. Great. Maybe if that little terp didn't get me thrown off the minecart, we would have this. The CIT snapped. Cody noticed the heavy stones that his team had to use and scraped them together, igniting a spark with enough light to help his team see. That's my Cody, Sierra applauded. Okay, let's move out then, Heather ordered as everyone pushed their minecart, including Homestroll with head trauma. The team pushes their cart trying to catch up to the others. Cody, scraping the stones together, leads the team out of the cave of crystals. Cut to the screaming admirals. There you are, Beth, come on, Duncan ordered, telling the farm girl to run with the group. We so have this dude, Jeff yelled as he patted Duncan hard on the back, causing the delinquent to drop his lighter into the box of TT. Oh crap, Duncan can only say, run away. The group all screamed together as they all scattered and took cover from the burning box of dynamite. Right as they did, the entire minecart exploded, shattering all of the mined crystals into small shards and obliterating the cart itself in a burning fire. Oops, Jeff nervously said as the team glared at him. Hasta luego, Alejandro formally waved the team goodbye as he passed them. Noah grabbed a piece of burning wood from the destroyed cart as the team light source. Hurry, grab the shards and make a basket out of our shirts, Harold ordered, and no one was in the mood to argue as the team does. They see the killer captains pass them. So long, suckers, Courtney taunted as she blew a raspberry at them. Hurry, the admirals complied with Duncan, who did not want to lose to his ex. Outside of Naka Mine. It was the skippers who made it out first with their minecart. Victory to the rabid skippers, Chris announced. Well done, team, Alejandro praised. Gwen would be very proud of us. You said it, Alejandro, Noah said with as much deceit as his nemesis. I'm glad you carried on his legacy. Then the killer captains rolled their minecart out. Captains, Chris then informed, you guys may not have made it out first, but you at least avoid elimination. The team cheered. I told you we wouldn't lose with me as leader, Courtney boasted to the Queen Bee. We didn't win either, Heather shot back, and the fact that we didn't come in last was thanks to Cody, not you. Oh please, any useless idiot could come up with that kind of plan, Courtney said out loud, aggravating the geek. Ugh, I am tired of her pushing me around. Tonight, I am gonna give that witch a piece of my mind. Lastly, the screaming admirals exited the Naka mine with shirt baskets of exploded selenite shards. Where's your minecart? Chris asked. A certain someone made it explode, Eva angrily pointed out. Well, it looks like the screaming admirals lost this one, Chris announced. Getting back to them later, Chef. Tell us what the rabid skippers won. Chef sighed and pulled out a cue card. They won interior decoration. Get yourselves cabins of your own as well as a toilet for your ship. The team cheered even more. I kind of wanted to lose this time and vote Al off with my alliance, but we really needed a toilet, Noah admitted. Christ turned to the screaming admirals. Admirals, I'll see all of you on your ship. Cut to the killer captains. Aha, Heather sighed with relief as she, Bridget, and Sierra relax in the hot tub they won at Rapa Nui. Cody Jr. happily swims in the jacuzzi as well. Can I hop in? Ezekiel asked as Heather throws a shoe at him and knocked him overboard. Help. I've gone overboard again, Holmes. We may not have won, but it feels so good to hop in here after working in that mine. Bridget said happily. Sierra noticed Cody walk by. Cody, hop in. The water's great. Sorry, Sierra, I have to go find Miss CIT and tell her what's what. The geek angrily responded. She's in her room, Heather informed him. The angry Gap-toothed Geek stomped towards Courtney's cabin. I was ready to finally unload on her about what kind of person she truly is, just like she did to me. As he got closer to Courtney's cabin door, he heard the quiet weeping of the counselor in training. Duncan, why did you do this to me? She cried while muffling her voice with a pillow. But I couldn't. She may be meaner than a pit bull, but it just didn't feel right. Even after 3 months she still feels the pain that Duncan and Gwen put her through. If she can maintain a strong outer shell, despite being the sad girl she is on the inside, then I can at least take a little verbal abuse from her every now and then. Cody then sighed and joined the rest of the team. Cut to the rabid skippers. Last time we sit in this open space again, Tyler proudly said as he relaxed with Lindsay lying on his lap. You all get some shut-eye. I am going to steer the boat once more, Alejandro happily said. As soon as he left, Noah gave a subtle nod to Justin and Izzy, which they then nodded back. Cut to the screaming admirals. Welcome to the sardine ceremony, admirals. It is here that you will be receiving these cans of decade-old sardines or a life jacket and walk down the plank of shame. Now to rehash of today's challenge. Who should be eliminated? Could it be Beth? Beth, is your mind on fire? Is your soul on fire? Are you feeling hot, hot, hot? Chris joked as she glared at him. Jeff, your little pat on the back just caused your team their minecart, as well as their victory. Harold, you made them walk out in a ridiculous fashion to top it all off. What does that have to do with anything? Gosh, Harold questioned. Moving on, Chris said, let's see who you all voted for. Beth sweated, this time not from the heat. This is not good. Oh man, if this happens to me now, I have to wait even longer to reunite with Bridge. Jeff worried. How can I vote anyone off here? I don't want to hurt a friend for something they did on accident, DJ stated. Me and Duncan were talking about team priorities. What will benefit us most in the future? Gwen stated. The people who are safe are Duncan, Gwen, DJ, Eva, Lashonif, Harold. Here we are, one last can of sardines left. Who is gonna get it? Jeff, yay ho, Jeff exclaimed until he realized Beth's position. Sorry Beth. Beth looked shocked but humbly walked away with no grudge. She turns to her team with a smile. Good luck you guys. Bye Beth, DJ sadly waved. Later girl, Lashona added, the farm girl took her life jacket and leapt off the plank of shame. Jeff may have blew it more, but he is still more likely to pull his weight than Beth could, Duncan admitted. Eva grimaced, our team doesn't need wimps. Chris hops on the helicopter flown by Chef. Will the admirals recover from this loss? Will Noah's alliance of brawn, brain and insanity be what it takes to topple Alejandro? Find out next time on Total Drama Luxury Tour. It has come to my attention that some of you are not particularly fond of Courtney, but nevertheless I still have a major role planned for her, so I apologize but you will have to cope for now. Also, I would suggest googling Naka Mine, it is a really interesting place. Finally, I would like to formally announce that next chapter is a major step in development with Cody and the girls, as well as Cody finally confronting Gwen on his feelings toward Duncan. Tune in tomorrow.